Hey guys, Cook here. Welcome to my channel, Makeup for the Soul. I'm super excited today because it's my first tutorial ever. Really quick, easy, simple look. Will take maybe 10 minutes at most. It's just a very natural, dewy, glowy look if you have to run out the door and you want to look a little more awake. I'm calling it On The Go Glow. I thought it was catchy. Don't forget to subscribe. Again, leave me any comments, any questions you guys might have, and let's get started. Alright, first off, I am going to start with moisturizer. Actually, scratch that. BB cream, because this BB cream is magical and it is actually can be used as a primer. So this is a product. It's called COOLA. If you could see it, you can get it at Ulta or Sephora. They actually have a sunscreen. The sunscreen bottle is a little bit bigger. This stuff is amazing. It's natural It's natural minerals, goes on super smooth and velvety. I burn really easy. I'm super pale. I'm not one of those naturally tan California girls, so I have to take extra care in protecting my skin. And I wore this product on my face in the Dominican last May, and I didn't burn it all, you guys. So this stuff works. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that now. This is the BB cream. And I'm gonna put it on my ring finger. I'm gonna blend that to get about the even amount. So what's cool about your ring fingers is you really should focus on using your ring fingers more often, especially on the skin underneath your eyes, because the skin underneath your eyes is the most delicate and it tends to wrinkle easily. If you're using your ring fingers, you want to go inward, do an inward motion, and also why you use your ring fingers is because they are the most delicate to the touch, but they are the most controlled. Why? I'm not sure. So I'm gonna start by putting this on my cheeks, going under my eyes, then following up on my forehead. Again, a little goes a long way with this stuff, and I'm not kidding you, it's so smooth and velvety. It's amazing. Again, if you just buy the sunscreen can also be used as just a primer. Okay, once I've got that on, I'm next going to use this product. This was a sample that I got. It's GLAMGLOW. It's the Nude Glow Illuminating Moisturizer. They sell it at Ulta and Sephora. It usually comes in a container about this big. This stuff's amazing. It's a pigmented, very slightly pigmented, shimmering moisturizer. Smells amazing. And again, this stuff really a little does go a long way. So I'm gonna do the same thing, put it on my ring fingers. I want to just mainly keep it to my cheeks because I don't want my forehead to be super shiny. And then whatever excess I have left, I'm gonna bring it under my eyes, onto my nose, my chin, my forehead. You can even bring it down to your neck a little bit. So as you can already tell, it's already got a nice sheen to it. Moisturizing is key, especially if you have dry skin. If you have more oily skin, you can still use this product, just I would avoid the T-zone a little bit more because that's where people with oily skin tend to get more oily. Okay, next I'm going to do some color correcting. Okay, this palette here I got at TJ Maxx. It's awesome. It's by Profusion and it's just a color correcting palette. So if you have any dark circles under your eyes, sometimes the veins under my eyes like to show up a little more than I like. You're gonna use an orange. Doesn't really look orange right there. You're gonna use an orange color correcting. Why? Because orange cancels out blues, it cancels out purple undertones. So I'm gonna go ahead, take some on my finger and dab a little under my eye. You don't have to use a lot. It's actually best not to use a lot because you don't want to look cakey. Okay, next I'm going to use this green color corrector because green takes out red. I have a blemish right there. My nose tends to get a little more red. I actually really like this brand. It's Beauty Concepts, and I really like this stick because I tend to find that some concealers and some color correcting sticks, they're really tacky. This is actually, this texture is very smooth as well. It's easy to blend. Put a little extra. We all got blemishes. I'm not gonna pretend that I don't. I am human, y'all, so are you. Okay, next I'm gonna go to one of my favorite products. It's a just a concealer stick by Almay, and I really like this one because it's it says Clear Complexion on it. If I have a breakout, I don't like to cover it up with a ton of makeup because I don't want to make it worse, but this actually has ingredients in it to help clear breakouts. So I'm gonna take this, put a little under my eyes, around my nose, add it to my... Again, this looks a very natural look, so I'm not doing full coverage. I just want to kind of even my skin tone out just a little more where it tends to get a little more red or looks a little more dull, especially in the mornings. Just brighten up the skin a little bit more. And if you're afraid of looking too shiny, I know it's a glowy, dewy look. You don't want to look like you're sweating. You can take a translucent powder. This is by NYX. You can get it at drugstores. All these products you can get at drugstores pretty much. Take a little powder brush, tap it, tap the excess away, and then you can just go over your chin, your T-zone, under your eyes a little bit more. Avoid your cheeks because you want those to be dewy looking on purpose. So next I'm going to go to my blush. This is a warm Bisque peachy color. I got this at the Mud Makeup School in Burbank. Really like their products. So you're gonna take a blush brush, put product on it, tap it. Oh, I just dropped it. Well. And then you're gonna start with the apples of your cheeks. You wanna focus the blush on the apples of your cheeks. You don't wanna look like a clown, so you don't wanna draw circles, but you also don't want to take your blush brush and just go back and forth in a straight line, because once you get into the natural lighting, you will see that and other people will be able to see that. The purpose of blush is to make your cheeks look naturally rosy, like the blood flow's been pumping, you know, the blood's been pumping. So you're gonna start, if you have to smile, you can. And you just kind of dab and pull. So see, I'm mainly focusing on the apples here, and I'm pulling back a little. What happened? Pause real quick, I gotta get my blush. All right, I'm back, guys. Okay, trying to run away from me. So I'm gonna do the same, tap it off, do the same with this cheek. So see, there's not a lot on my cheeks, but it's just giving me, it's just helping me look a little more awake. So next, I'm actually gonna go to bronzer. So this is one of my favorites. It's by Covergirl. What's the color? I'll put all the products I'm using in the comments below so you guys can take a look for yourself. But you're gonna use a different brush. This is the brush I like to use. Tap it. Same thing. So you don't want to go over what you just did with your blush. You want to kind of stopped recording. Okay, we're back. You want to kind of start like where your eyebrow, if you were to draw a line down to your cheekbone, and pull back up towards your temples. And whatever excess you have, you can go over your blush a little. But it's just to create that glowy, natural look. Do the same to the other side. You can even pull it up a little. And if you want to take a little bit more for this look, go over your hairline a little. Nose and your chin. Next is my favorite product, my favorite part, highlight. This product is What's Up by Benefit. I had a sample of this once about this big. It lasted me over a year. I'm not kidding. This stuff never ends. So again, I'm gonna use my ring finger. It has a sponge at the end of it, but I don't like to use it because I feel like it takes the makeup off. So I use my finger instead. So ring finger, and then your cheekbone, the high point before your eye sockets is where you wanna focus your highlighter at. So, just gonna dab. You can even carry it up into a C shape by your brow. So you mainly focus highlighter on the spots where natural light would hit your face. So if you were to go outside, the sun would hit you on your cheekbones, it hit on your nose, parts of your forehead, maybe your cupid's bow a little bit. So those are the parts where you really want to focus the highlighter. Put a little bit on my nose. I don't want it to look too shiny. I'll put a little on my forehead. Sometimes I like to use a cream shadow. This is a Revlon palette. These are really cheap, drugstores, CVS, Walgreens. I really like this palette. I'm gonna use this kind of coppery orange. And I'm just gonna focus it on my lid. Again, it's just gonna give your eyes a little shimmer, give it a little color. If you have any excess, you can pull it up a little onto the brow bone. But not a lot. Okay, next, brows. I'm gonna do a separate tutorial just strictly on brows right now. I'm just gonna brush them and shape them. So, because I know sometimes when you wake up in the morning, they can look a little crazy. If you want to fill your brows in, you can totally do it. And then next, I'm going to curl my lashes. So as you can see, even curling your lashes, it just automatically makes your eyes look more open, makes you look a little more awake. So if you don't have time or you don't feel like mascara, that's perfectly fine too. Sometimes I don't. I'm gonna use, this is a L'Oreal Voluminous Original Mascara. This is a really good alternative to the Too Faced Better Than Sex, which I love, but I'm currently out of right now. This, again, you can get at drugstores, $7, $8. Now, sometimes I skip on my bottom lashes. I don't know why, it's just a personal preference. But if you're going to put mascara on top and bottom, start with the bottom, because if you start with the top and then you look up to do the bottom, you're gonna get mascara most likely on your lids because it won't be dry yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and start by putting a little bit on the bottom. And I'm not gonna put a lot or put a heavy force because, again, I just kind of want to give my eyelashes a tint. I'm gonna do the top. Try to get underneath as close to the upper waterline as possible because that's also going to make your lashes look more fuller. It's gonna make your eyes look more open. So there's that. Got my mascara on. I think a mascara and highlighter, if that's all you have, will make a world of difference. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this Revlon, it's just a pearly pink clear lip gloss. Put a little bit of this on. And voila! There you go, guys. Super easy, super quick look. You can skip steps if you want. If you want to add a little more, go ahead, but I just really wanted to focus on what I normally do since this is supposed to be a really quick on-the-go look. So thank you again so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends about my channel. Thank you.